choose a product. You might have a product. Is the product valid? What's the first thing to check when you want to determine? Is it a prohibited product? Is it prohibited in Nigeria for export? If it's prohibited, you can't choose. What are the prohibited items in Nigeria? Scrap metals, maize, corn, unprocessed rubber, artifacts and antiquities, imported goods, animal classifiers and endangered species like elephant, lion, lizard, zebra. Is that? Crocodile. All these are prohibited for export. Number two, potential. If you choose don't choose a product, some people want to export. They say, I'm not going to export bitter cola. I'm wondering, why am I doing a bitter cola? The market is small. It used to be in high demand before 2010. But now, the pharmacies have been able to find a replacement for caffeine. So they really don't import it the way it used to be, and it's not. The demand has dropped. But people still say, I heard I can 200% return in bitter cola. So you want to export bitter cola. Why are you focusing on products that have very little demand? What's the potential of the market? Purchasers, who are not buying it? Who are not buying? Are they manufacturers? Are they retailers? Are they wholesalers? Purchasing power, producers, who are those producing? If you want to export, you are not the one producing. You must have a producer producing it for you. You must have a producer producing it for you. If you are not producing it yourself. Now, purchasing power, do you have the funding to do the shipment? Don't just say I want to export cocoa. A ton of cocoa is over 50 million. 2 tons of cocoa will ship a container of finished goods. So why would I worry about cocoa? Why would I worry about cocoa? 2 tons of cocoa, that's about 30 million, 30 something million. I can do a container load of other product with 2 tons of cocoa. So why? Unless you have cocoa, you produce it, that's okay. But not that you want to be. Why can't you get options? I tell my clients, don't be married to any product. Do not be married. Any product that will give you what you are looking for, particularly the one you produce yourself. If you produce yourself and you're able to make mileage on it, because you are producing. Because I have a client that produces custard. He's currently exporting custard to what's it name? We're working with him to export custard to Canada. But he sells custard to wholesalers who also export it. Do you understand? The wholesaler make profit, but imagine what he will make because he's what? He's a manufacturer. He's a manufacturer. So, purchasing power, profitability. What is the usefulness of the export if I'm not profitable? For me, if I do a trial, I can afford not to be profitable, to be able to understand the market, but not to be at a loss. Because that means I'm using my capital. But maybe I'm making 2, 3, 4, 5%. Because it helps me to look, when you do that first treatment, if you make 5%, if you learn the lesson, when you do the export, you can get better because you know where to cut what? Cost. And you will have demonstrated to the buyer that you are a serious person. Because some people will sign an agreement. When it's time to ship, they will see that the profit is 5%. Why did you sign? Why did you check that 5% before you sign? And now if you don't sign, you are the challenge of international trade is when you disappoint someone, you will label your country, not you. And that country they are not serious because one person disappointed them. So it doesn't paint us well when you don't perform on the contract you have signed. Profitability. Procurement personnel. If you can't go to the bush, ask someone that can go to the bush. Trusted them, by the way. If you are doing commodity, if you are not doing commodity good, you should be able to go to the factory and see the people producing for you. Like I said, you can get to produce for you your brand. And then lastly, paperwork and documentation. You see, this should be the basis for choosing a product to export. Basis. So don't choose a product if you have not done this analysis. Next slide, please. Next slide. Now, look at it. Sorry, this was supposed to be after the book. That was what I was looking for. These are the chapters in the book. Sorry, these are each of the products. I'm telling you ahead in case you are interested. The product will have a preamble describing the details of the book, of the product. So, cocoa beans, purpose of cocoa beans, parameter of cocoa beans, potential of cocoa beans, packaging, the paperwork, the promotion to promote cocoa to the market, the pricing, the process involved, and the pitfall. You can see about 10. So each product has subheading. This will be out in June. And we are going to do for solid minerals, for finished goods, for art commodity. And the idea is you need to be able to have all the information about the product. A lot of people have made unnecessary mistakes. If I know if I'm exporting groundnut, I have the risk of aflatoxin because it's one of the pitfalls. What do? I and then I have to look for it. I need to go and test it. I need to know what can go wrong. You shouldn't get the station that telling me my product about there and you think the buyer is trying to disappoint or client. You should be able to know. For example, I did a shipment. It was in March. We do drinks also. Now, listen to this. In case you want to do this, don't do it to the UK. I did a shipment of drinks. Maltina, Schweppes. You know our Nigerians must drink now. What do you think? Tell me. That's the blessing of their father. Now, I did 2 containers late last year. I did 1 in March. The one late last year entered, no issue. This year they said they are prohibiting tea that it has hazardous chemical. They destroyed it with 100 cartons. Luckily, it wasn't 100 cartons. But we are going with it. That regulation happened between December, clearing, and March. In fact, my rep was telling me that there's another guy that is fighting them seriously that just brought in a large container. And if it is being sold on Amazon, why you allow them to be selling on Amazon? They are selling people. You get to market, you still buy this product. Because of people, they will find a way to smuggle. You know, our people are very, sometimes it's just amazing. Something we do in Nigeria, we need abroad. How on earth do people from another country and fly their law? So you still find it, and I was wondering why. But they didn't make it public. I don't know why the port in the UK does not make it public. But what happened is that they destroy 100 cartons. So we paid demurrage and also paid £1,000 to destroy it. The good is not up to £50. No £1,000. Hazardous chemical. Pitfalls. Now, why am I saying this? You need to know the product. Know all you can about the product, so you can ensure you are in the right place before you enter Nigeria. Next slide. How do you choose the market? You are looking for market in Africa. Number 1, prohibition list again. Is the product it might not be prohibited in Nigeria, but prohibited abroad. So, for example, exporting beans from Nigeria is not prohibited. Importing beans into UK is what? And EU is what? Prohibited. Because of what? Dichloro, pesticide residue. Prohibition. Number 2, potential demand in the market. What's the problem? Number 3, purchaser. Who are those buying? Number 4, personnel. Do you have a personnel abroad? Remember I said it. Please, and I'll repeat again. If you are exporting to any market for the first time, remember, you are exporting to any market for the first time and you don't have a secure mode of payment, ensure you have a representative abroad. Ensure you have a representative. If you don't have a representative, you increase the risk of anybody that wants to mess you up. Particularly the person is fraudulent. But if what I'm shipping, if it doesn't pay, my business will not die. I will not have blood pressure. You can give it a try. Yes. It's a risk worth taking. But if you can, then ensure you have a rep or you have a letter of credit. That means the bank or the buyer guarantee that they will pay you before you do the shipment. Now, personnel, paperwork, what are the documentation required? One of the major cause of rejection, apart from salmonella, is documentation. For example, phytosanitary. If you are exporting commodity, you must have phytosanitary. Phytosanitary by the Agricultural Quarantine Service. But more importantly is that it must be in the right format. So if your agent go Oluwole, you know what Oluwole, right? I'm sure. If you say my name, you know what Oluwole. What's Oluwole? If you do Oluwole, they will detect it. Right? And you know sometimes, not because the expert wants to do Oluwole, the agent will collect money from you, but will go and do Oluwole. That's why don't leave the lifeline of your business in the hand of the agent. You should be involved. So if I'm paying you for phytosanitary inspection, I should be the one calling them to come and do the inspection. I should be the one following up to collect the document from them. I should not leave it in the hand of the agent. Because when the agent messes up, you are the one that has a loss. The agent, you won't see him again. It's not his money. And sometimes he might think he's helping you, he will charge you less. Not knowing that when the issue is like that, they will put it online so that the country of receipt can see it. So they can easily spot any discrepancy or if there's an issue with this document. So, paperwork, pricing. If I'm shipping a product to the UK and I'm shipping the same product to the US, US is going to buy better than UK. Me, because I can take breakfast in Nigeria, lunch in the UK, and dinner in Nigeria. UK is very close, 6 hours. Maybe that's the reason. But quite frankly, competition in the UK is crazy. It's crazy. So they are better off sometimes if your product, and how do you make your product is profitable? And this my theory is for value-added goods. So let's say I want to export this item to the UK. If I go on Tesco or Sainsbury's and I go to any of these supermarkets and I see the price as $5, I should be able to export it at $2 or $2.5. Do you understand? If I cannot export at 2.5, it cannot be profitable for exporting to the UK. That means people are not going to buy. I won't be competitive. Am I making sense? Am I making sense? Yes. They will be competitive. Why? Because that's just a very easy way to know. At the cost of my good right now, if I at this price, is it profitable? What is the price in the UK? Based on retail price, divide by half, convert to naira. If that is profitable for you, then it's worth considering. If it's not profitable, then it's not worth considering for export. Political economy, no, sorry. Packaging and labeling, very important. Packaging and labeling, very important. Packaging and labeling, very important. If it's food item, the way it should be labeled, the barcode, the before date. If it is, if you are exporting, I mean, of course, produce. If you are not exporting, you produce a product that is fried. That is fried, like plantain chips. What is it now? Coconut? Coconut?
Hot pressed coconut oil.
Okay, hot pressed coconut oil. Chin chin, yes. Any other one? Now, if your product has oil, when you are designing your package, avoid windows. You know why windows? So this is the packaging, but this place is transparent. That's the window. Avoid it. You know why? The more the light ray is able to pass through this transparency to touch it, the higher the level of oxidation of the product, the higher the rate of degradation of the product. Does that make sense? So it reduces the shelf life. It reduces the shelf life. So packaging is important, but why is it? So if you must put a window, if it's a stand-up house, maybe you can put a window under. You know, if you stand like this, right? You can put a window under. If you must put, or you can avoid. If you don't plantain, people don't plantain, people don't do chin now. They don't know it. So you next don't have to. And to the extent that you need about a month plus to get to destination from the time you produce and then the what's the name? The time it will take to sell, you might end up selling a product that is now, you know, you take some plantain or product, you'll be feeling oil in your mouth. That because it's rancid already. It's rancid already. So, packaging and labeling, political economy. If you are shipping to any country, you need to watch CNN and Al Jazeera. You know why, right? I don't know what's happening in the country now. Maybe they don't have one attack and there's one. You better know. You know, I was doing a training for a bank some years ago, and they're telling me they funded a customer who shipped to Greece in the height of Greece crisis. You know, Greece has economic issue, right? And if you have to bail them out, they had issues getting paid because of the economic situation. Currently, shipping to Nigeria is crisis. A lot of buyers don't want to ship to Nigeria, so buyers don't ship to Nigeria for import. That's why most Nigerian importers have to pay cash or give them a confirmed letter of credit. They want to protect themselves from the risk of Nigeria because of our foreign exchange challenges. Political and economic issues. These are the things you should look out for when you are looking at any market.
Watch out for the next part of this training on our YouTube channels, Voice of African Trade or Global Trade College.